Hey friends, good to see y'all guys. This is a little impromptu show that I'm doing tonight. It is 10:06 p.m. I'm gonna have to watch the level of my voice. People in the house are trying to sleep. So I had told y'all guys during Music Madness that I was going to cook the frog legs and that I was going to do a cooking video about it. Now, I have a lot of editing to do on my next adventure. I'm kind of stuck because I have so much content that's relevant that I want to make a small reality movie out of it. You know, my reality cinema experiences, like the Once Upon a Time in Loomis video that I did that time before. So I decided that instead of trying to cover this all, it looks a little crooked, I look like a Batman villain. Instead of trying to cover this all on the GoPro, now I'm crooked the other way. And edit it and put it all out in like a night or maybe a day, I figured that instead I would just go ahead, turn on the live, and y'all guys could join me for cooking tonight. Tonight we are cooking frog legs. And I've never, well, there they are. I've never tried frog before. I've always wanted to. My dad told me about a time that he was down in like Louisiana or Georgia or someplace like that. And he was really hungry. He was a kid and everything. He wound up finding this old guy who took him home for dinner, and they had frog. And he was always like, Matt, you're going to love frog. Frog tastes like frog. It's completely different, right? So I want to kind of try it, and the store up here has frog legs. So that's where I got these. So welcome to the kitchen. We're going to be cooking right here. Just showed you the frog legs. We've got a whole pack of them. Kind of reasonably priced. I hope that I like them. They're only like $8.79 for a big old pack. Yeah, and so we're just gonna kick it off. What I like about doing these lives with y'all guys is that I can just be kind of like natural. I'm not worried about time periods or how I move the camera or what, you know. So I'm doing a quick cup of coffee. I might throw on a different shirt. It's a little bit warm here in the kitchen right now. Let's see, I'm gonna move that out of the way so I can get an angle from this side too. There we go. And we can go ahead and kind of get started. So I'm gonna need some flour. Now, I don't have any experience cooking frog legs, so everybody's told me that they taste like chicken. I've decided to go with basically a fried chicken recipe and then it was Jamie's suggestion, throw in a little bit of Cajun spice into it. Where is that? It's up here somewhere. Kitchen seasoning, polo. That's not it. Let's see. Mary's. Original essence. Curry, ground ginger. We might just go with salt and pepper, guys. Wait, hang on, what's this? I think I got it. Oh, this is kind of Cajun, isn't it? Yeah, oh, yeah. So it reminds me of Michael and I. We're in the shop. We put this stuff on everything. So this is a Cajun seasoning. It is Bioplate. Oh, from Bioplate LA, I guess. This is Slap Your Mama. And this stuff is actually really good. Like I said, Michael and I put this on everything. Hamburgers, steak, here's ramen noodles, about anything. I gotta get there. That's so much better. How are y'all doing tonight? I haven't actually even said hi, have I? Hey, Paul, how you doing? Yeah, he's like, slap your mama. We got BC West Coast girl in here. She goes, doing great. Oh, you're talking to Ghost. Cool. Okay. Paul, okay, very cool. Says, oh, hang on. Says, Sage Manafo. We got Donnie in the house. Hey, Donnie, Stevie B, Touche. I'm sorry, the unique names are really hard to read. Too Short Web. Okay, hey, Too Short. Critter Bones is in the house, guys. Ghost Mode. Lady Luck is doing okay. Hey, yeah, okay. Shout out to the mods. Got Robert, Chris, Travis, Jenny. Hey, Jenny. Yep, we're doing the frog. Slothberry's in the house. Marcia, hola Marcia. Yo soy tengo hambre esta noche. Cheers, Matt, says Sigmanoffo. Taylor White is in the house. Very cool, guys. Okay, now on the saved videos, because I read your names off on Music Madness a lot, but on the saved videos, I try not to take too long doing that. Plus, I'm a little bit hungry, so let's get to cooking. I had food already. All right, just not enough. You know how that is. All right, so I'm just going to do this just like I would do fried chicken. So I'm just adding a little bit of flour. And then I'm going to do some salt and pepper. So just, I do like 3 fingers, you know, like, oh, hang on. I'll get that too. Just a little dash of pepper. 2 dashes of salt. Salt really brings out the flavor, right? Get that out of the way. Let me get this. Or it's going to keep beeping at us, guys. Yeah, I always have a cup of coffee at night, whether I'm tired or not, or if I'm going to bed. It doesn't really keep me up, so I don't mind. Okay, and then a dash of this Cajun slap your mama sauce. That might be more like 8 dashes. Okay. I try and put things back where they go as I'm using it. Y'all guys have seen me. I'm like all over the place all the time. That's where Jamie's been really good for me. She's very orderly, very clean, has a really good rhythm of putting things back where they belong or cleaning up after herself as she goes. I must admit, it's something I'm trying to pick up, but I'm not quite there yet, you know? Especially when her and I and her kids get to cooking in the kitchen. The kitchen is our hangout spot, and so we're always up to some kind of mischief in here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do, instead of making a wet batter, I'm just going to do it like I would a general fried chicken. I'm just going to dip the frog legs into the dry batter, the flour, and the seasoning, and then go straight into a hot pan. See if we can get you guys in a little bit closer. There we go. So we'll let this warm up. And while it warms up, I'll do my coffee. I'm on the back burner right now because the front burner, the front larger burner, is having an issue with the heating element. It'll get really hot really quick, and the pan has a tendency to slide when I'm frying something. So I'm just going off this back burner over here. And tonight is just instant coffee. I like this stuff. It's not a bad brand. No, I'm not sponsored or anything. It's just like a classic roast instant coffee. This is a, what is that? Food Club brand. Not bad. Boy, it was sure cool getting to hang out with Jimmy and Lily here recently. I hope that y'all guys have been enjoying it. We've got another Music Madness we're going to be doing tomorrow. We're going to do it at 9 so that it's not too late because they're going to be flying out Thursday. And so we don't want to be keeping them up too late and stuff, you know. I think it'll be great. Our last Music Madness with them was awesome. Right. Now, one trick that I do is you can take a little bit of flour from your flour bowl and drop it into the oil. And when the oil gets hot, it'll kind of start to bubble. Now, the boss lady, the lady that I used to work for, she taught me this one, and you do not want to use a lot of water when you do this, all right? But if you just get a drop on your finger and put 1 drop in there, that's just going to sit there at the bottom of the oil, and then once it's hot, that will pop. It's just going to splatter one time. It's not really splatter. It'll pop, and you don't want to be standing over it. Don't want to have your head in there, you know. It will let you know, though, that it's ready. So I'm going to grab the splatter screen. Where did I put that thing? This right here is a lifesaver, guys. This is a splatter screen, or at least that's what I call it. It's just a mesh on this handle, and you just put it right over the oil while things are frying. And what happens is most of the splatters that come off of it will hit this, and then they'll just drip back down into the pan. And then the steam from the food that's coming out of the oil is going to just pass right through the mesh. They're really good. They save a lot of cleanup time. I got mine at the dollar store for like $1.50 or something. I definitely recommend it for anybody that does a lot of frying and doesn't like to clean a whole lot. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Bear with me. It's going to take a moment for that oil to heat, so we'll go ahead and just wash up the rest of the legs. You back in Alaska, asks VT. No, I live in Washington State now. I live in the Okanagan County of Washington State. It's really nice. Good people. It's a country, you know, and the forest is nice. Lots of animals. It's very much like Southeast Alaska, except in Southeast Alaska, you really need to have a boat if you want to be able to get around from one place to the next. Here I can just walk or drive my truck, and so I really like it. It's a good place. I've made a lot of friends here too. I'm gonna go ahead, and while they're a little bit wet, I'm gonna go ahead and roll them in the flour, guys. Let's see. Okay. I hope I like them. This is exciting. Yeah, they do kind of have, so Jamie noticed that they have like, I wouldn't really call it an odor. They have kind of the smell like catfish. It's how she described it too. You know how catfish has kind of the smell of whatever water it's been in or it lived in? This kind of has a clean, muddy water kind of smell, if that makes sense. I just want to get that flour down in all the joints and stuff. If I like this, I might actually start doing like frog hunting or something. Be cool. I just want to make it dance. I don't know. Remember the cartoon back in the day? What was that? It was Porky Pig, wasn't it, with the frog? That like it was supposed to be a dead frog, but he was the only one that could see it move, and it really freaked him out. All right, oil's heating up. We've got 2, 4, it looks like maybe 5 sets here, guys. I'll try and clean up as I go. Yeah, we're starting to get there. See, yeah, starting to get there. Oh, I'm just a little low on energy. Feels like I've been kind of just a little bit run down. You know how that is, guys? Not in a bad or negative way. I just feel like I've been moving a lot and everything. I might be like still getting over the tail end of that flu that I had. Is kind of what Jamie and I are thinking, because I have felt a little bit yucky. But it's nice. I've been getting back to the gym and everything here recently, and I think that really is a good way to get over something. I mean, I don't try and work out a lot when I'm actually sick, but at the tail end, I will start kind of trying to get back again. You know, I started doing this thing too, where I'm recording myself a little bit on the punching bag so that I can kind of like critique my form and everything. It's pretty cool. I thought about maybe making a couple of them as shorts or something, because I just do it for me really, so I can like watch my workout. But I might post them one of these days, which would be cool, I think. Oh, that's nice and hot. One thing to remember too, if you do a YouTube channel and you do content and stuff, try and move the camera around every now and then. It will keep the audience from getting bored because it adds that motion to it. That's the reason if you watch my adventure videos, I'm always moving the camera back and forth. That's so that in the edit, I'm able to get different perspectives from the same spot and not stay static for too long. That's where it's just like sitting there like this. Hey, Jenny, show us the size of the legs, please. Absolutely, Jenny. Okay. So here they are. There's my hand. They're pretty good sized frog legs, actually. Yeah. Okay. It's starting to make noise. Let's see how y'all doing. Jeff Farrell, is that a spirit? I see. A Sprite. I see. No Dr. Pepper. Yeah, no, the Sprite. I had a little bit of an upset tummy, so I'm drinking Sprite tonight. I know it's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah. Donnie says nice. Oops, hang on. Oh wow, good size, says BC West Coast Girl. Race. Oh, Briefcase Joe. Cool name, Joe. Says 7-Up. Yeah, no, I think this is it is a 7-Up. Good eye, my friend. SS. I've never tasted frog of any kind. Neither have I. That's why I want to do this. I'm hoping that I like it. Jopliness Ladies says, nice, Matt. Cool. Thank you, my friend. Let's see, Jenny. Thanks, Matt. They are a decent size. Cool. Hoorah. I thought they were pretty good. Yeah. I hope that they taste good. I've got to remember to keep my volume level down. Like I said, it's getting late around here and it's a weeknight, guys. Jason Overland. What kind of frogs? I don't know, Jason. It didn't say on the package. Now, there are larger packages up at the store where I got it, and it'll probably say on there. So on one of my next lives, I'll try and remember to answer that question if I figure it out. Donnie, can you bring Mom one of your live? No, Donnie, we don't really, we've all kind of gone our own separate ways and everything. So we're all just doing our own thing now. Stevie B, I'll pass on the legs. Hey, more legs for me. Critter Bones, thanks for the shout out, bro. Critter Bones is like, welcome to Cooking with Matt Brown. Come on in and let's cook. Please show your support. Double tap the screen or hit the like button and subscribe. Hoorah. Thank you, Critter Bones. No, I really appreciate it. Y'all guys have really done a great job of hitting that like button and really helping the channel out recently. And I think it's due to friends like Critter Bones here reminding people, because I always feel bad. I'll watch videos I like and stuff and people I support, and I forget to hit the like button. I'm so into what I'm watching, I just forget. Thank you to Critter and to everybody else that does that. I really appreciate it. Brenda Reed, this is my first live. Hey, cool, Brenda. I'm glad that you're here, my friend. Welcome to the kitchen. Yep, it's cooking. We don't do cooking very much as I would like to. Everybody's always like, more cooking videos, Matt. And for some reason, it doesn't seem to work out. I might start doing the cooking videos just live like this, because trying to film them and then edit them and put them out is a little bit more difficult. It's almost like doing an entire adventure video, honestly. So this live format might be a good way to do them from here on out, because I love doing them with y'all guys. I love cooking. VT says, do you talk to your family? Not a whole lot, VT. If I see them around town or something, we'll stop and we'll talk for a little bit and all. In reality, the family has grown apart in a lot of ways, which is fine by me. I enjoy being my own person, not having too many people around, and it's a long, complicated story. But the short answer is basically we've all just grown apart. Most of my brothers and stuff have kids and all too. And so it's like, I really like, it's cool and all, but they're really busy. You know what I mean? It's like, I would like to get to spend more time with like my nephews and my nieces, but life isn't always perfect. Mauricia, Matt, son anses de rana. Hang on, I'm going to try and figure it. Un momento, Mauricia. Mi español es no bueno. Necesito más palabras. And my reading is really bad when it comes to Spanish. Antes de rana. Son is... Lo siento. No comprende tu palabras. Mi español es no mucho bueno. Yo necesito más palabras y practicar. No mucho gente en mi vida por me hablo. I butcher that so bad. Ghost Mode's in the house. Hey, Ghost. Ghost says, welcome, Brenda. Right on, right on. I love how welcoming y'all guys are. Now, I'm not meaning to skip anybody, guys, but there's a lot of comments here. I'm just trying to go through. Typo, Sloth Fairy, talking to Typo. Jenny saying hey to Alan. All right, guys, I'm dropping down to the bottom. Thank you, SS. Hoorah. Goofy Shorts, thanks. Thank you for the invite, Sleuth. Okay, cool. Very cool. All right, yeah, I'm down on the bottom now. I'm current with y'all guys. Hey, Chicken Master, what up? How are you doing? Okay, guys, I can hear that little drop of water over here sizzling now. So it's time to put some legs in the oil. How many do I have? So that's 5. I've got 5 in all. All right, I'm going to do 2 in the first pan, and then we'll put 3 in the next pan. I don't want to overcrowd the pan. Wow, they do just like... That's so cool. I hear that if you have fresh legs, that they... This is really bad. That they kick when you drop them into the oil, like they're trying to swim out of the pan. Okay, they are cooking, my friends. And I'm just going to do them like chicken. So I'm just going to wait for them to be like the right color. I'll cut the first one open so that we can see what it looks like. Check the texture. The texture is supposed to be chicken-like, so we're just going to go off of that. And yum, yum, yum. Tony, our cabin in the woods. Hey, Matt. Okay, Matt, you're making me hungry. Cool, Tony. Hoorah. Brenda Reed, you have to clip the tendons. Really? Okay. There. Why am I motioning over when obviously you can't walk? That's what I'm doing right now. So Brenda says clip the tendons. So I'm looking, and it's kind of like a deer. I'm just looking at the joints because I don't know how to do it. I have no experience. So down here on this first muscle on the leg, there is a little tendon in there connecting. I'm assuming that's how the muscle actually... I am so fast. I wish you could have seen that. Yeah, the pan just tried to slip away. Hang on, we gotta turn these guys. Hang on. exciting stuff. All right, so I've just found, like I was saying, where the connective tissue is, and I'm just clipping in here. I don't know, Brenda, if that's right. Okay, those I've done. Yeah, that dang pan just tried to slip right out of the way. There we go. These seem to be cooking okay, so even if I don't know exactly what I'm doing, that's all right, because I think it's going to be okay. I'm not on the chat right now, guys, so it's not current. I got to hit the button to take it down to the bottom, so give me just a minute. This is fun. Are y'all having fun? Yay, thanks for the hearts. Appreciate y'all, guys. Hoorah. Oh, my God. Dude, guys, we're up to 74 likes on this video already, and there's 142 of us in the kitchen. That's amazing. What have we been rolling? 26 minutes? That is something else. Guys, thank you so much. Truthfully, it's your support that has grown this channel. You might get tired of me saying it. It's true, though. That's why I call this our channel. Hey, 152 of us in here. Hey, everybody. Hi. Okay, I got this colander here for when they're ready. I put paper towels into the bottom of the colander so that helps absorb the oil. Also, something about the bowl shape seems to help keep the food warmer longer. Sometimes, like if I'm doing French fries, I'll put those 2 paper plates in the bottom, and then after a few fries are in there and spread around, I'll put another paper towel over the top and kind of layer it. It helps keep the fries from getting really greasy, basically. All right, y'all guys come on over and take a look. I can smell it cooking. What's that smell like? That is very, very difficult to explain what it smells like. It is chicken-like. It's also a little fish-like. Do you know the reason that, all right, so this is what I've read in scientific studies. The reason that some foods taste like chicken is because the flavor of the food doesn't have a receptor in our palate. So our tongue and our nose don't have the receptor to pick up that molecule of taste. Chicken is our go-to taste. So when our mouth doesn't know what the flavor is, it says chicken. Is that cool? This reminds me of the first time I ever cooked rabbit. Oh no. Let's go to groundhog. Yeah, the first time I ever cooked groundhog. So if I don't have experience with the food, I don't want to burn it, right? I want it to be that right layer of or level of cooked. However, if I don't have the experience, I don't really know when it's done. So like groundhog and rabbit, the first time I ever cooked those, I didn't want to overcook them, so I wound up a little bit raw. Not raw, but very rare. And so I'm trying to cook these a little bit harder than I normally would right off. And we'll test the first one, and then we'll put the other 3 into the oil. Oh, that's another thing. I have found with frying food. So food makes a sound as it cooks. And I mean, like we all hear the popping of the oil and stuff. However, I've found that sometimes there's this point where the sizzle will get mellow and it'll kind of like not sizzle as much. It kind of like quiets. I found with like things like chicken or pork chops, that's an indicator that it's getting to the point of being ready. I thought of that as I noticed that that's kind of what's starting to happen with the frog legs. The hard sizzle has kind of started to mellow out a little bit. So we might be getting there. Yeah, I think we're going to take these up real quick, friends, and we're going to test one of them. This side, let's go this side just a little bit more. You hear how it picked up when I flipped it? You can hear that sizzle a little bit more. And this side is nice and golden brown now. Hang on, there's water on the floor. I'll get shot for this. Okay, my sock cleaned it up really nicely. Hi, Jamie. So yeah, check it out. It browned up really great on this side. I'm gonna let the other side match this and let that sizzle kind of mellow down, and then we'll try one, all right? Let's get the... And don't think you're getting out of this that fast either, because you're gonna stick with me through the entire cooking process. Even if we taste one over here, we're not just gonna cut off. We'll cook the whole batch together, and then I'm gonna enjoy my food. Okay, do you hear it? It's starting to mellow out. So I'm gonna take that as a sign that we're just about there, guys. It looks so strange. I'm just adding a little bit extra salt. Okay, I noticed that they are not firm anymore like they were before. What's a good chicken? We'll go back to chicken. You know how chicken, when you squeeze a raw like leg, it has that rubbery or firm feeling to it. Once it's done, you squeeze it and it's got that give, that softness to it. That's how the legs feel. When I touch them, they've got that kind of like softness. They aren't very firm anymore. So let's pull them over here real quick while those go. I just got those other 3 put in the pan. Okay, this is exciting. This was on my bucket list. There are very few things that are left on my bucket list, actually, and frog legs are one of them. Is that pretty cool? I try and, as I knock things off of my bucket list, I try and put more on there. Okay, so there it is. There's our little frog legs. And they actually smell really good. It smells to me more like snake than like chicken. And snake is very close to chicken, honestly. However, it has a difference. If you really got a good like distinction for it, there is a difference to it. So should we try it? Let's go down to the comments. Is it time, guys? Kangaroo is good too, says Dan O. That's one my friend Jenny has told me. LOL, I love your bucket list. Thank you, Faith. I love you, man, says Horse. What was that? Horse Goat. Very cool. Never eat frogs. Eating frogs, says Erica. Hi, Erica. Cole. What's up, Matt? Hoorah, hoorah, Cole. Right on. We're just about to try some frog legs. First time ever. Both are reptiles, so that would make sense, says Sleuthberry. Right? Yes. All right. All right, guys, here we go. It's time to take a bite. I like it. I like it a lot. And look at that. Wolf frog gum. That was really good. It needs more salt. Let me grab some salt, and I've got to turn this over here too. That's good, guys. It's good. I found new food. It's really good, especially if you compare it to some of the other stuff I've eaten recently, like groundhog or something. This is really good. I'm surprised that there aren't buckets of frog legs out there. Somebody needs to open up a place like KFC, but it's KF Frog. KFF, KF Frog. Those are going to take a little bit longer to cook because there's 3 of them in the pan, but they're cooking up nicely. I got the Slap Yo Mama back together here. I got the main condiment I put on everything, some good old-fashioned ketchup. And you got to have bread, right? It's not dinner without bread. I feel like I should open a Dr. Pepper. I'm really enjoying the 7-Up, to tell you the truth. Yeah. Oh, salt. Well, I sure hope that y'all guys are doing well. I hope that you're trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone. You know, I know sometimes it can be hard to get out and do different things and everything. I find it's really important, though, to try and find that time, even if it's like just 10 minutes or so, you know, to just be able to do something that's for us and really trying new things. It rewrites different like neural pathways and stuff, and it helps with our brain functions and everything. All right, this is what I can only describe as a thigh. So we're gonna try a little thigh here. I love it. Yeah, this is really good. You've got to try frog, guys. Trust me, it seems weirder than it is. And it's juicy. It's remarkably juicy. It's like, you see by the color, it's almost white meat, and yet it retains the juice of like a thigh. It's dark meat. Wow. Now it has, I forget who said, it might have been Steve-O, the reptile taste. It has a reptile flavor to it. Kind of like snake. Except snake, you got to get a really big snake to have enough meat, because there's only these 2 little strips that run down along the spine. For the frog, I mean, look at that. That's a good bit of meat. And that's meat to bone, right? So, I mean, the bones are very small. Let's try it with ketchup. Oh, and some more of this stuff. I really want the Cajun experience. Lots of places I want to go and see one of these days. If I get things together, I am going to go on that road trip. It would be so cool, you know? Hey, chicken. That's a nice looking leg. Right on, isn't it? It's a good looking leg. Well, how did they say back in the 20s? It's a nice gam. Gam is what they used to refer to a woman. It was particularly a woman's leg. They're like, oh, nice gams. Those are some nice gams. All right, now we got the Cajun seasoning on there real good. I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, that is really, really good. Of all the strange or different foods I've had, I think that hits the spot. It beats snake, in my opinion. Now, once I get down either to Florida and my buddy Jimmy's place, we get some pythons, or I get down to Australia. I've got a lot of friends down there, but it's Jenny. She's going to take me out, and we're going to go experience a lot of stuff that I've never tried before. So, yeah, I think it beats snake right now. It's interesting. There's a little, so just their vein here. Kind of reminds me of the blood vein and shrimp, kind of, you know. What is that? That's the, so brachial femoral. Yeah, that would be the femoral artery of the frog. That's the one down on the inside of your leg. All right, so tomorrow I'm heading up to the store. They've got a big box of these, like $30 for a giant box of frog legs. And they're individually packaged like that. I'm gonna get me some more frog legs. That's interesting. So it's got the main vein that runs down the leg. And then there's this other smaller, kind of looks like a little tree, comes off of it and sprouts out into the leg. I like biology. Hang on, guys, I better turn this. So I just had this thought about dinosaurs. And dinosaurs are not technically reptiles. They don't really know what they are. They have different classifications for them depending on different skeletal structures and everything. Let's get that up just a little bit more. However, it does make me wonder, because normally I'd always, when I think about dinosaurs, I would think about not getting eaten by them. Right now what I'm thinking about is, I wonder what T-Rex tasted like. Think about it. It's been a good day. Really good day. I'm glad that Jimmy and Lily are having a good adventure. I really am. I hope the weather's not bad for them tomorrow. I'm gonna make a frog legs bone necklace. Probably. Next time you see me, it's gonna just be like some serious frog leg bling. Alright. Second one. With the first one completed, I've got to say I'm very happy about it. It's very interesting. The way it cooked is interesting, because the smaller parts of the frog, like the little drumstick area, is it's a little bit drier maybe. It's all moist. It's all like dark meat. But then it's kind of like an experience as I'm working my way up the leg, I guess. The drumstick is kind of like a pork chop, like a fried pork chop, that kind of like dryness. And then once you get up to like the thigh part, I feel that there's where I get into like my chicken thigh, kind of. I'm gonna have to try different ways of cooking it. Like, I've never heard of frog soup or frog stew, but that might be a neat one to try. I need to get online and find some recipes. It's like this year where I get some snakes. There's one recipe, it's a Thai, I think it's Taiwanese, I think it's a Thai recipe for snake soup, and I want to try that. The video I saw, they put the snake in skin on and everything still. I always skin my snake, so I don't know what that's going to be like. I would definitely like to try it. I think the only reptile that I wouldn't eat would be a turtle. Now, I would if I needed to, right? But I wouldn't go out and hunt a turtle just for the kicks, basically, because they live so long, you know. And a little turtle like this big or this big, that could be like a 10-year-old turtle right there, you know. I'll never forget one time I was fishing for turtles because I was hungry and everything, and I was also a little bit drunk, and I caught one, and I felt so bad about it because it was like, man, this thing was like big, right? And I'm like, that's a really old turtle. It's lived in this pond its whole life. And I don't think I got greener about it really, but I respect life. You know what I mean? I respect my food, right? Finally, though, I got this hook out of the turtle, and put it back in the water and everything. And it made me feel really good. So I don't think I would eat a turtle unless like I had to really, you know, or maybe I was out on the water or something. Now frogs though, they're gonna need to watch out. And you know, I was hearing frogs down by the gym the other night. So it's telling me there's frog season out there. Let's see, I'm not even current with y'all guys in the chat. Wasted the Carrot Kid. That's a cool name. Make sauce with Worcester. Oh, we got a recipe. Hang on, guys. Kid, thank you. Okay. Make sauce with Worcester sauce, mayonnaise, ketchup, garlic powder. Lastly, black pepper for the chicken. Okay, cool, kid. I appreciate you. I better turn these guys. I'll be right back. Steady. All right, I think those will be done in just a minute. I'm probably only going to have maybe one more for tonight, and then I'll be able to save 2 for tomorrow. I'll probably be my lunch, actually. I wonder how frog would go with like eggs. Cook up some eggs, cut up some frog, and put in there like it was bacon or something. I'll need to study and see how many different kinds of frogs are edible, though. You don't want to get something weird, you know. Okay, so it's just like us looking at the anatomy. It just goes, the vein breaks off so the main leg vein breaks off into the kneecap and then disperses out throughout the, basically the calf is what it's looking like. Pretty cool. Let's see. How are y'all guys doing? Becca B, late night frying. Yeah, right, Becca. I had a lot of stuff to catch up on today. I've got friends in my life now, too. It's nice to be able to take the time to be able to be with them and have fun with them and stuff, which is really cool. Interesting. That's a little joint there. That's totally weird looking, isn't it? Oh, it sounds like they're done. Hang on. Let's go take these off. Dang, guys, we're up to 112 likes. There's 142 of us in here. That's so cool. I'm gonna have to get this stuff cleaned up. It's it's getting late. It's almost 11, guys. So, oh, dang, I'm getting old. The stupid knee sometimes when the weather changes, you know. I've learned nowadays though, instead of like blowing out my knee or spraining my ankle and stuff, if I step wrong, instead what I do is I just collapse. I let that leg collapse down and I just catch with the other one basically. I like to use it kind of as a metaphor for knowing how to fall, because like in life, you know, falling is going to be there no matter what it is, whether it's a metaphor, whether it's real. And if we fall wrong, So like if I'm walking and I trip and I fall and I try and catch myself with my hands, it's a good way to break a wrist or something. But our instinct is to catch with our hands when we fall. We have to fall a few times and hurt our wrists before we realize that, well, it's probably going to be better to try and catch with like my forearms, right? Or maybe just tuck and protect myself and let me hit the ground. So I think that's the thing about the experience of life that we can gain is, and that's not just like, 10% battery. Yeah, so we're going to have to peace out pretty soon. But that's what the experience of falling gives us, I think, is the ability to know how to fall after that. And then we have to beat those instincts too, in my humble opinion, Okay, that's all nice and juicy. It's kind of like eating on an alien world or something. It's like, would you eat the wildlife? Yeah, the wildlife tastes good. Thanks for being here, guys. I hope y'all have enjoyed this little trip in the kitchen. I sure appreciate y'all, guys. I know I say it a lot, and you're good people. I'm glad to know all of y'all guys to have you in my life. I should probably let you go now. Like I said, I've got some kitchen cooking to do, and I may be kind of like being quiet right now. In 5 minutes, so I'm going to start being loud again, and we all know it. So, life is complicated. It's hard to slow down sometimes. Feels to me like everything is kind of on purpose a little bit fast. So I try and just find that time for me, even if it's just 10 minutes or something, to be able to just stop and breathe for a second. It's like Batman. Batman's successful in his whole life, even as Bruce Wayne, because think about it, he spends a lot of time just alone in his cave and he has time to think about stuff. He's not always rushed back and forth. And I might be using Batman as an example, but there are a lot of like philosophers and well-educated people and great thinkers who have kind of come to the same conclusion in life that it's a lot easier to think of the next solution if we aren't just reacting in the moment. If we've got a little time to sit down and think about it, really, I guess that's kind of my thought for tonight. That, and it's important to have like good friends. Now, not having friends is okay too. We can be our own friend, but like having good friends, if we have them, is good. And then we can make friends too at the same time. Maybe there's somebody at the grocery store or somewhere, or a gas station or something that you see that maybe they're looking for a good friend too. Maybe they just want to go out for a cup of coffee or maybe laser tag or whatever it is you're into. Strike up a conversation. Yeah. And thanks for taking care of each other, not just here, but in your real worlds too. Before we go on too long, I'm going to finish my frog and I'm going to let y'all guys go. Never give up, never surrender. I believe in you, and that's because you're worth it. Hey, look at that light.